Hey guys, and welcome to episode 1 of Health is Easy, my little cooking show here so I can teach you how easy health really is. So tonight for dinner, this is my real life dinner. It is Monday night. We are having fish tacos. Brian and I have tacos multiple times a week because they are so easy, so fast, and they're delicious. I crave tacos. But before we get started on the tacos, I'm gonna start the side dish. We are having roasted Brussels sprouts. These take about 15 minutes in the oven, so I'm gonna get these going now so that when I start the cod for the fish tacos and I assemble everything and I make my crema and I do everything, the Brussels sprouts will be perfectly done in the oven. So I just halved them. I have nice big ones. I just cut them right in half and I put them in a bowl, and I am going to drizzle a little bit of avocado oil on top. You can use olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit goes a long way, and then I'm just gonna season really simply with salt and garlic powder. I am out of pepper, or else I would probably add a little bit of pepper, but we are being quarantined right now, so if you are watching this and this is not like in real time for you and you're catching up on old episodes, it is right now in the height of the coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic, and we are quarantined at our house. So I can't get things like cilantro. I haven't been able to find cilantro. I would love cilantro for this recipe. Pepper, wasn't gonna go out to buy some. So we are just going to do really simple salt and garlic powder. And then when they come out of the oven, I will be putting some lemon juice on top. And honestly, that's my favorite way to have Brussels sprouts anyways. So I like to make sure I put a good amount of seasoning on my Brussels sprouts. Your food gets all that flavor from the things that you season it with. So I don't want anyone to think that vegetables are boring, because if you season them enough, you season them very generously, you will start to love all types of vegetables. So I have these all seasoned up, and when they come out of the oven, I will taste them just to see if I need to add more salt, more garlic. I don't do too much at first because you can always add more, but you can really never take away. So before I put it on the pan, I'm also out of aluminum foil. Don't have that, and I wasn't gonna go out for it, so we're just using a good old pan, nice and clean with no aluminum foil. I am going to spray it with cooking spray. I have the oven preheated to 425. And I am just gonna put the Brussels sprout with the cut side down because I love to get them all nice and brown. If you can hear my dogs in the background, it's dinner time for them. Just want to put it out there. If you're like, what is that like licking noise? They're eating right below you. So we are going to put these in the oven for 15 minutes. I do not like to overcook them, and I also, if you don't know how long to cook your food, I would put it in for like 10 minutes and then just take it out, check it with a fork, and then add 2 minutes to the timer, 5 minutes to the timer. Everyone's oven is different. The size of your Brussels sprouts could be different than mine. So I have really big ones. If you have tiny little babies, start at 10 minutes and then just take it out and poke it with a fork. And just remember, when you take things off of the heat, they're still hot, they're still warm. So what does that mean? They're still cooking. I really want this cooking show to be something that educates you not only on health and nutrition and calories and how to read labels. I want to actually teach you about cooking, and that's what really brings so much passion in my life, is educating you guys how to cook certain things, so you can always adjust the times to fit your kitchen. It's really just trial and error to see what best works for you. So let's get started on the fish. So before I do anything with the fish, I want to make sure that my pan gets nice and preheated. So I am going to put my stove on medium-high heat. I say a setting 7 if you have an oven like this. And I am going to season my cod. So before I do anything, I just wanted to show you, this was the cod that I got. I got this from Trader Joe's. It doesn't matter where you get it, Fresh Market, Publix, your fish market, doesn't matter. But this baby is really thin. So that's why I love fish tacos. It's Monday night, I don't wanna cook. just the weekend, I want quick and easy. The longest thing that's gonna cook is the Brussels sprouts. You're gonna be shocked at how quick and easy to cook this cod is. Honestly, it's so thin. I'm gonna say 2 minutes on each side. 4 minutes total for cod is insane. So I am also, if you hear dogs barking, I have animals. I will try to keep it to a minimum, I promise. I'm gonna add some avocado oil to the pan. I would say, I don't like measure anything really when it comes to oil. I just kind of drizzle. I'm not deep frying this, so it doesn't need like, a half a cup or anything. So I would say like, start with 2 tablespoons. Just get the pan nice and coated. And as the pan heats up, the oil will thin out. So you can always add more, but it's hard to take away. So start with a little bit, let the pan heat up, and you'll see the oil will get hot and it will be a little thinned out a little bit. So a little bit goes a long way. So I'm gonna let this heat up, make sure the oil is nice and hot because I want a beautiful sear. I actually might even, because these are so thin, they really don't need much time on the stove. So I'm gonna turn this up to a level 8, and then I can always reduce the heat if I need to, but I don't want these to be looking sad. I want them nice and toasty, delicious brown. So first thing, you have to add salt. Salt is not the enemy. I know this show is about being healthy. Sodium, if you're working out, if you are an active person, sodium, I have pink Himalayan sea salt right here. I just get a big thing of it from Costco or Walmart and I add it to this because I love cooking with my hands. And salt, it has so many electrolytes, especially me, I sweat a lot. I do yoga, I do hot yoga. I don't do hot yoga right now because I can't leave my home, but usually I do hot yoga. I lift weights. I live in Florida. I'm walking, I'm sweating all the time. So salt is really good to replenish those electrolytes. So please don't be scared of salt. When I first started my healthy eating journey, my fitness journey, I thought that salt was gonna make me fat. I thought it was gonna bloat me, and that's really not true. As long as you're active and you're sweating and you're drinking water, it's all gonna recycle itself out and you're fine. So I seasoned one side with salt, and then because we are doing fish tacos, I wanted like a Mexican-y vibe going on. So I have Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning. Now I know a lot of people don't have access to Trader Joe's. Maybe it's not in your country. I have a lot of people that follow me from Canada. I have clients that don't have access to Trader Joe's because it's too far from them. So an alternative is this Tajin seasoning. It's literally chili, lime, salt blend. And you can also get both of these on Amazon if you want the Trader Joe's kind. Look on Amazon, they sell them there. So I'm just gonna use the chili lime because, and I'm gonna be real with you because I'm always real. Check the expiration date of your seasonings. This is something I never thought I had to do. And it wasn't until maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, I was going through, we were actually moving and I was going through all of my seasonings and I was looking at the expiration dates and so many of them were expired. You want fresh seasonings just like you want fresh food. So I took a look at this and it expired in January 2020 and it is now April 2020. So I'm gonna throw this guy away. So check your expiration dates. I bet you're like, oh shit, I should do that. So I'm just gonna season these up with my chili lime. This is gonna give it a great flavor. It's not spicy, it's more like, I don't know, it has like a kick to it a little bit, but then the lime kind of like calms it down. It's just really, really delicious. I put it on everything. And I'm gonna season both sides of my fish. And I already feel the pan heating up right next to me, so I know as soon as I'm done seasoning, the pan should be nice and hot. And I'm just being super generous with my seasoning here. All right, it looks beautiful. All right, we are in business. This is nice and hot. You wanna hear that sizzle, and you're gonna hear it, hopefully, because you're kind of far away from me, but I hope you can hear it. Oh yeah, we're in business. And I'm just moving the pan to get the oil coated on all sides of the fish. I have my little seafood fish spatula. So I'm just gonna move the fish so it's all in the center of the heat. And I am going to just cook this for 2 minutes and then I'm gonna flip it and then it's gonna go for another 2 minutes, and then it's done. That easy. So while the fish is finishing up, I'm just gonna take some paper towel, and I am going to lay it out so that when I take the fish off of the pan, I can have the excess oil just drain on the paper towel. You don't have to be scared of cooking with oil. Just make sure you are draining any excess and just use a little bit at a time. You absolutely can use cooking spray if you're somebody that is tracking their macros, tracking their calories, maybe just, you know, track, if you want in your MyFitnessPal, track a tablespoon for this whole recipe, a half a tablespoon for the whole recipe, because we also did use oil for the Brussels sprouts. But the Brussels sprouts, you could absolutely cook them with just spray. I've done that for years. But I am really bad at eating my fats. I'm such a carb and protein person. So adding that avocado is great for me because I know that I don't get enough fat in my day. All right, it has been 2 minutes. And something that I like to do is I like to spray the raw side with cooking spray right before I flip. That just makes sure that I know that that side is not going to stick to the pan. Ooh, oh my gosh, it looks so perfect. That is just what we want. That little caramelization, that brown, oh my gosh, yes. So that's going to cook for another 2 minutes. The Brussels sprouts have 5 minutes and dinner is done. It's so, so easy. So while those cook, I just wanted to show you the tortillas that I'm using. So I don't want anybody to be scared of carbs. You don't have to have a lettuce wrap taco. You can have the carbs. These again are from Trader Joe's. You don't have to get these at Trader Joe's, but I got the Carb Savvy tortillas made with whole wheat. Excellent source of fiber. So when you're reading a nutrition label, I want you to look at the serving size, because a lot of tortillas, the serving size is actually 2. So if you look and you're like, oh wow, I can't have that many carbs, or oh, that's a lot of calories, look at the serving size. You might be getting 2 tortillas for that. And then look at the fiber. These have 9 grams of carbs with 6 grams of fiber. That is absolutely incredible. They have 3 grams of protein and only 1.5 fat, so I love these tortillas. They are from Trader Joe's, but go to your grocery store and just look through all of the options. I am going to throw these in the oven as soon as I take the Brussels sprouts off, so when we have our tacos, they're nice and warm. All right, it has been 2 minutes, and you guys, look at how perfect those are. So I'm gonna put them on a paper towel. I'm gonna put them on a paper towel, and so they drain the excess oil, but that is what you want, that beautiful golden color, yum, yum, yum. And one more thing, because these are so thin, if they break off in the pan, that's fine, because we're gonna break it all up anyway. It doesn't have to look beautiful. Okay, so as the fish drains that excess oil, it's cooling down a little bit. The Brussels sprouts only have 1:30 left and dinner is served. Can you guys believe it? It's so easy. You can have tacos and be on a diet. Mind blown, right? So we're gonna do a little extra special something. Now this is so easy. I'm gonna make my own crema. You know that beautiful little drizzle that you get over your fish tacos when you go out to eat and you're like, I wish I could create this at home. You absolutely can, and it's so, so easy to make it healthy. You just have to use Greek yogurt. We have some plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. Any brand, any kind is fine. I like to get a really good brand that has really high probiotics, and you'll know that if you look at the back, and it will actually say the probiotic strands that are in the yogurt, so you want to look for that. I'm going to get a spoon, and we're going to mix up our little crema with some sriracha and some lemon juice, and then we'll add some salt and pepper if we need it. But we'll see how it goes, because I'm just going to wing it, and you're going to come along with me. That's how my cooking goes a lot of the time. All right, the timer's about to go off, so let's just take out these Brussels sprouts before we start the crema, and I'm just gonna poke them with a fork and we'll see where they're at, because they were pretty big. Ooh, they look like they're gonna be perfect. I love to add like the little leaves, because when they cool, they're little chips, and I love that, but they're all nice and brown. So I'm just gonna check them with a fork. You want them a little al dente. You don't want them like soft, you know, because they're still hot. They're still on this hot pan. They're going to continue to cook. And they are perfect. They really are. I like to poke the biggest ones with a fork just so I know, and they're perfect. You don't want them mushy, and they're going to continue to heat up a little bit. So I am just going to put those right there. And as I make my crema, I'm just gonna stick the tortillas in the oven to warm up for us. And then I'm gonna turn the oven off. Yes, the tortillas are still in there, but it takes a while for the oven to cool down, so I won't forget to turn the oven off. That's always a good thing. So let's do this crema. So I am just gonna wing this here. So I have my Greek yogurt and I have a little dish. You can put it in a bowl, it doesn't matter. This is for Brian and I love my toppings, and Brian wants like a fingernail size. So he's so funny. He hates toppings. Well, he doesn't hate them, but he uses like, I don't know how he tastes it. You should see it, it's funny. So I'm just gonna add a nice big dollop of my Greek yogurt, because that is the base of it. And then I am just gonna start by adding a little bit of Sriracha at a time. Remember, we can always add more, but it's hard to take away. But no worries, if you do add too much hot sauce, you can always just add more of the Greek yogurt and it will calm it down. So I'm just mixing this together to make like a little Sriracha crema. And then to loosen it up a little bit, I have my lemon. So I am just gonna stir this together very carefully in my tiny little bowl. This is what it is looking like so far. I really like to add the lemon for that acidity, but it also makes the Greek yogurt a little thinner, so you can really drizzle it very nicely on top of the fish. All right, so I haven't added any salt yet because we don't know what it tastes like until we try it, so. Ooh. I'm gonna keep this as is because I actually really like that. First time around was a great, so I would say it really depends on your heat level, what you can tolerate. I always say, like I have this joke that like my taste buds are broken because heat does not affect me whatsoever. So I would say I added like a tablespoon of Sriracha and half of a lemon juice. And then I'm not adding salt because I am gonna be adding like a little drizzle of salt on top of everything just to finish it off when it's done. But I wanna show you what I'm doing. So I have this Ziploc baggie and I am going to take my spoonful and I am gonna put it in the Ziploc bag at the bottom. And then I'm gonna cut a little baby hole, like so we can really pretty and nicely drizzle the crema on top of the fish tacos. We're in a quarantine here, okay? So we have to do what we have to do to make it seem like we're at a Mexican restaurant. All right. Oh my God, that's so good. All right. Oh, let me get all the air out first. You guys, I never go this far with my crema. Usually I'm like, let's just put it on there. I'm doing this for you. Never done this before. It's gonna be great. Okay, enough jokes. So I am going to finish my, not asparagus, my Brussels sprouts with some lemon, like I said before, but I'm not gonna use the whole lemon because I love lemon, I love citrus, and I want to be able to add a little finishing touch on my tacos. You have to, right? And we have over a pound of fish here, so I think we'll be able to have like a little plate with some extra fish that doesn't go in our tacos because we're each getting 2 tacos. All right, let's get these tortillas out of the oven, nice and warm. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. All right, so we are going to assemble my little dinner plate. So I'm going to put some Brussels sprouts. I could eat a pound of Brussels sprouts, easy, no problem, so good. Ooh, perfect little brown spots too. That's why we put it cut side down in the oven. And then we're going to grab one of our tortillas And this is how I choose to assemble it. So I do have an avocado. I had it in the fridge, so I really want to use it so it doesn't go brown. So I like to put the avocado on the bottom and mash it a little bit with a little bit of salt on the bottom, because I want to taste the fish. Now we have the crema, we have avocado, we're gonna have some pico de gallo, some salsa. So I don't want all those flavors to just mask the flavor of the beautiful fish that we have tonight. So I am going to put a little bit of that avocado right on my tortilla, just mash it a little bit, nothing, you know, like just, I like it like kind of like rough, or what is that, rustic. And then I am just going to add a little bit of salt. So you have to salt your avocado, and then I'll put the little extra on my Brussel sprouts. All right, and then we do some shredded lettuce. I add shredded lettuce on top of the avocado. I want the fish to be the star of these tacos. Then I just broke up, I'll show you. I'm just kind of with my hands, honestly. You can use a fork, I use my hands. I just broke up the fish into like nice big chunks like this, so that I can bite into a nice big chunk of the cod. So I am just going to layer that on top. I always end up stuffing my tacos so much. I'm gonna be modest today, and I know that we'll have enough cod where I can have a little bit after. And then on top of the cod, I'm going to add a little bit of chunky Pico de Gallo salsa. I want to make sure all of the liquid is really drained from the tomatoes from the salsa, because I don't want it soggy. I'm just going to put those over the top. Oh my gosh, so good. I'm so excited. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of lemon here, because I want the lemon to hit the fish. We don't need the lemon to go on top of the crema, because we already have lemon on the crema. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And then, for my magic trick that I've never done before, we're gonna do a tiny baby cut, okay? Like so tiny. A little baby. And then I'm just gonna drizzle like a professional chef. Oh yeah. 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 Woo! Oh my god, this looks so good. Are you so excited? You have to look at this. I'm gonna have 2 tacos, but for the sake of the video, I'm just gonna put one together because I really wanna try it on camera for you guys. And I'm just gonna add, like I told you in the beginning, just a sprinkle of salt over everything. Yes, okay. Oh my goodness. This looks so incredible. Wow. Now, we're gonna try it. Just have to show you one more time. You guys, that took no time at all. How easy was that dinner? So good. Wow. Honestly, that crema makes the whole entire thing. I think it's so worth it to go a little above and beyond. And it wasn't hard. We just mixed some stuff together, tasted it. We're like, yeah, that's good. And you don't have to do the Ziploc baggy thing. I was just trying to be fancy for you. But I like it because it's so easy and it controls how much you put on. Let me try a Brussels sprout too. Oh, I don't want to stop eating the taco. Brian's looking at me like, let's go. Perfect, easy. Salt, lemon, garlic powder, roasted perfectly. So good, you guys. I am gonna make Brian some tacos. We're gonna enjoy this dinner. I really hope you like this episode of Health is Easy. Fish tacos, we literally have fish tacos, pork tacos every single week. It's so easy. You do not have to sacrifice your favorite foods. You just have to make some smarter decisions. So please like this video and please share it. I really want to teach. I want to share how health really can be easy, how you can enjoy your food. It's not hard, and you don't have to slave away in the kitchen to make a delicious meal that is totally restaurant quality. You guys are gonna be blown away by this. So please, it means a lot to me if you like this video. Share it with a friend. Please subscribe, and I would love comments down below of different recipes or foods that you would like me to recreate or cook for you. If you want to learn how to cook something, or if you think something is too unhealthy, comment below. I love a challenge. So I gotta put this dinner together for Brian. I need to finish this taco. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you next Thursday for the next episode of Health is Easy.